Okay, what we have here is a Yamaha, I think it's an 09 C3 49cc scooter, motor scooter, whatever you want to call it. And we got this thing in here. She was in a pretty bad state of repair. It didn't run and it was tore apart worse than I got it right now. I got it back together here where I think I can get her to run again. And the really cool thing about this thing is that this little scooter here is fuel injected. So right here we have what I believe this here is the idle air control motor. It's got 4 wires going to it. I think it's a stepper motor to control the idle speed. Down here we have a throttle position sensor. It has 4 wires. I managed to trace it, figure out which one is the feed wire. It uses 5-volt reference just like a car would use. Over here we have a fuel injector, and we got our back probed right here and hooked up to the Verus. Here's our little ECM right here, and I got the low amp probe around the injection control wire, so we can, once we get her started here, we can watch our injector pulse. And then we have a little ignition coil right here, which is controlled by the PCM, which is getting a pickup somewhere off the crankshaft. I really haven't located that yet, but it's getting a RPM signal in from somewhere. And up here we have our key. We'll turn our key on. Up here we have a it's liquid cooled, so we have a temperature light. I believe it's liquid cooled. And we have actually a check engine light, as well as a speedometer and odometer. So we'll fire it up here. Okay. Now we'll just stop this here. Okay, and we'll shut her back off. Okay, so what we have right here is we have, just like an automobile or just like a car or a truck, any other gas engine, fuel injected. Right here we have this is our ignition coil, low amp probe. This here is our primary voltage on the ignition coil. So this here is our dwell time, and then our spark, our burn time on the spark. And over here I've got the fuel injector back probed. So this here is our pulse width on our injector. As we can see here, we'll drop the cursors down. And we'll slide them over here. And we'll see here. At idle, we have a injector pulse width of 4.92 millisecond pulse width on the injector at idle. So we'll turn the cursors back off here. Start this back up. We got flat lines. And we'll start it up again. Knocked my ignition wire off here. I'll just pull that out of there. And there we stopped again. So let's start it up here one more time. Oh, I think we killed something. And I didn't mention this, but inside the fuel tank here, because it's fuel injected, we actually do have a little bit of a small fuel pump, as well as a sending unit for the gauge. Let's see here. For some reason we lost our injector pulse, but we'll get her back. Oh, that's it.